Hi. So before we actually dive into coding, let's start with very basics. Let's start from where internet started. That means let's discuss how internet, or I should say World Wide Web, has evolved over years and appreciate the growth that we have achieved. So World Wide Web, as it goes, is actually invented by Tim Berners-Lee, and it was invented back in 1989. The initial motive behind its development was that researchers or scientists across the world should have a common source where they can share information with each other. Right? So this was the motivation why it was developed. So World Wide Web, as the definition goes, is actually collection of interlinked documents. Now, by interlinked I mean that there are links where you can click and you can open another document. So, they are interlinked. So, it's a collection of interlinked documents which you can view using a web browser. You need a web browser to view that. And the complete architecture that it uses is client-server architecture. Now, what exactly is client-server architecture? If you are not familiar with the term, don't worry, we'll discuss that later. But yes, for now, you have the basic idea around what World Wide Web is. Collection of documents which you can view, access anywhere from the world. So, let's see how did the first website actually look when it was developed. So, this is the first website, first web page, or I should say that was the first website that was developed is this. So, it's pretty simple. Pretty naive, right? World Wide Web and bunch of text, bunch of paragraph lines and links. So this is what hyperlink is. Links that can redirect you to another document. There are multiple of them. So it is a document which is interlinked to many other documents, and this is a pretty simple document. So this was developed using HTML. HTML is actually used to create structure of a web page. HTML goes for hypertext markup language. We will cover HTML in depth, but for now, just to give you a brief idea around what it is, we use HTML to create structure of web page. For example, there are multiple elements. There is a heading this web page has, and there are multiple elements so which we can achieve using HTML. And the web page, this web page I should say that we are seeing currently, and the web pages that we are used to seeing these days are a lot more different. The web pages that we see currently look lot better, right? So the HTML pages, web pages that were initially designed were pretty naive, and eventually with time, it was felt that there is a need to make them look better. They should look better, to which we actually started working on the design of web page. And to add design to a web page, to add appearance to a web page, we used CSS. So CSS goes for cascading style sheets and is used to add design to the web page, to add appearance, to make appearance of the web page better. With the combination of HTML and CSS, we are able to design decently looking web pages. But still, there is one important thing that is missing, that the web pages designed with the combination of HTML and CSS are not interactive. Now, what do you mean by interactive? Let's take example of a social media website. So, any social media website, right? You are seeing a post and you want to like it. Clicking on like will do that for you. Dislike or downvote will do that for you. So you are able to interact with the website. You are not just seeing the information that you have in front of you. You are able to interact with the website as well, right? So there is interactivity happening from user side, and every time you click a right, you don't have to refresh the page, right? You don't have to load the page again and again. It's just that you're performing actions with the page. They are event driven. So all these interactivity and in fact animations you can add using JavaScript. So modern day web pages are designed with the combination of HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So this is how things have eventually grown. Obviously multiple versions of CSS and HTML came with multiple features added to it. So I hope you have some idea now. To summarize the evolution, I have a pretty interesting link, pretty interesting website. So this is the website that summarizes the growth of web over years. Now, starting with HTML, this was the first popular web browser. Other web browsers came into picture, right? You have CSS, you have JavaScript coming in between, and this shows the progress along with the timelines and links. So you can just refer to it, go through it, read more about it, and explore more about it if you want to. One quick exercise that I would want that you guys do is that just open, or I should say just look for images of popular websites that you are seeing these days and how they used to look back then when they were developed. For example, see how Google was when it was developed, look for how Facebook initially was when it was developed, and you'll see that the results are pretty surprising. Their growth have been immense in terms of looks, appearance and behavior. So do definitely try this, right? Definitely do this once and you will enjoy learning. Thank you.